Hey Aries, this message is for you. It's early morning. I couldn't sleep, and so I got up and put some makeup on, and here we go. I hope you all have a great day. The first card out was All That Glitters. All right. I feel like I feel like you couldn't see. With the next deck, there's Into the Unknown. I feel like you couldn't see that this community that you're in is, or this situation, it could be a partnership because there are two masks here. See the two masks? Whatever this is for you, you'll know the story. So I'm going to just call it a situation. I think whatever situation you've been in, you really had it on a pedestal and you really thought that it was what you wanted, okay? I think you're finding out that it's not what you want at all. All right, Aries? I'm going to jump around here today, so hang in there. So this card, Depths Under the Surface, More to Find, Not Obvious, Deep Dive, True Value, and Worthy. This came out. All right. And you also had Door to Value. Are you seeing the theme here, Aries? You also had Door to Spirit. Whoops. All right. You're having a spiritual awakening. This is what's happening. You are having a spiritual awakening. Spirit is shining a light, spotlight on your situation. Okay? I'm just going to call it a situation. This says rich and famous, lucky break, star power, influencer, entertainer. There's more to that here in a second, but I think that you have been blind to your situation that you're in currently. You thought it was going to be glitz and glamour, or you really thought that it was something that you that was for you. You thought it was for you, but I think you're finding out that it is not. There is something very serendipitous about how you find this out, how this awakening begins. It might be with love, okay? This could just be new feelings, right? With the Ace of Cups. You do have an unfinished symphony with somebody or something. But something isn't for you, right? Something that some situation you've been in is not for you, and you're finding it out in a very interesting way. I think it's going to be very interesting because serendipity tells me that, absolutely, okay? This is so exciting for you. I'm really excited for you. I think that whatever you've been holding value to, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your job, maybe it is your friend group, maybe it's your car, maybe it's your home. There's something or someone, person, place, or thing, right, that is not for you anymore. You're finding this out. You're finding out that you don't really value this at all. Maybe everyone was valuing this, and so you thought you should value it too because other people found value in it. It's going to be different for you all, I know. Yeah, there's some sort of attachment. Man holding a heart, someone's in love, okay? A masculine energy is in love, but he has some sort of unhealthy attachments that he needs to, and I say he because it's a gentleman here. Someone has an unhealthy attachment and they need to clean it up. Cleaning house. You need to clean it up. Okay? If this is you, Aries, I'm letting you know it's time to clean house, baby. Yep, so that you can have your golden palace, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, you have been wearing a mask. Look at this. She's holding a mask. Aries, you're in love. I think you're in love with someone. Because after that is the thinking woman. And right in between them is some sort of mask you have been holding on to. You are not who you have been portraying, right? And look at this. This guy is like super Casanova, super sexy. He's like, I will charm the socks right off of you. And this woman is so homely and just, she's probably very interesting, right? Look, I feel like this is your energy, Aries. You fire sign, you. Yes, you are. Okay, so are you getting the gist? There is a spiritual awakening happening for you at this time. You literally have beginnings and endings here. Some situation where you've been portraying yourself differently than who you really are, right? Who you truly are, who your heart is. You've been wearing a mask in a situation. I think you're being guided. I do not know why you know what? It's like not wanting to focus. Are you not wanting to focus on this? You don't want to see it? You don't want to see it yet, do you, Aries? Look. Blindfolded into the unknown. And then here's your door to spirit. You're having a spiritual awakening. Spirit is guiding you to clean up this mess, because who you have been portraying yourself to be is not who you truly are, is it? And it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I think you've been thinking about this for a while, because today this looks like, not like a tree, but like a brain. And it's connected to all these clocks. I think that you probably compartmentalize who you are, Aries. It says discipline here. You know what I almost did? I almost took my finger and went like this to try to zoom in on what that was. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. I think she's holding a microphone. It's almost time to announce who you are. She is. She's standing there with a microphone. I think you've been thinking about this for some time now. And underneath that deck is completion, West. It is time for the last puzzle piece, right here. The last piece of the puzzle to fall into place. It's time. What's this say? Sorry, I'm trying to bend down because the glare is so bright. Electricity. This is like huge, massive. I don't know. It's not zooming. It's not focusing. That's a big whirlwind of energy. Spirit is coming in fast and hard. Like very strong energy here. And then under that is life. I've never seen this one. Breath. It's like just breathe. You are transforming. Like every part of you, this heart right here and all its valves. Like every part of you is transforming to take you back to who you really are, your home, right? Your spiritual home. Sacrifice. There is going to be a sacrifice that is going to be made, right? Here you are down here, a little person with electricity shooting out of his hands. I think you're going to have to sacrifice a community that you've been in order. I think you're being led to sacrifice either a neighborhood or a complete city. Because it's not even who you are. So it's hard to stay in a place that wants to keep you small and keep you the same. People start getting angry about that. Like, oh, why don't you ever want to come out? And then they get angry and hurt. And then, just bad things start happening. They talk bad about you and gossip and all these things, right? It's like you literally have to sacrifice. Here's under the bottom of the deck. You literally have to sacrifice this community. There's little towns up there. It's like she's holding a whole community here. But it's being held up with all these sharp wooded horns, right? It's like splintered. Your energy is splintered where you're at, Aries. And I think you know that. It's like you've been pretending to be a deer, right? But you're not a deer. You've been wearing a mask, Aries. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Why have you been wearing a mask? These are very legitimate questions you need to ask yourself. Yep, you have to sacrifice. You have a lot of power backing you at this time. Spirit is really coming in hard and strong, like I said. Spirit is bringing this awakening for you because who you've been isn't who you actually are. I think that maybe you have a deep love for someone. This is only for somebody, okay? So maybe a few people. You have a deep love for somebody and you've been keeping it contained, not telling people about it. Living a facade like this is a situation, okay, for somebody. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming up. You have been living some sort of facade because maybe your job, maybe your friends, your family would ridicule you. Maybe you've been in the wrong career. Maybe it's all of these things, okay? It could be all of these things, Aries. Maybe you're in the wrong career. Maybe you signed up for, so I worked at Sono Bello for, I don't know, a couple years. And it is very glitzy and glamorous, right? You walk in, it's very classy inside. There's a lot of glittery paintings and everyone's dressed up. Well, in the facility I worked in, everyone was dressed up to the nines. It was very classy. It was very glitzy and glamorous, right? But I was wearing a mask because that wasn't who I was. They all had Botox and lip injections and fake boobs, and they all had their waist, sometimes 2 or 3 of them had lipo, 2 or 3 lipo, because we would get 4 free areas after working a year there. I never got it done because that's not who I am. I had Botox done twice in my lip. It's called a lip flip. I've never had Botox here. I've had lip injections once. That was painful. I'm like, ugh. And the lip flip didn't last very long. I don't know. It just wasn't for me, right? I was wearing a mask. I thought maybe that's what I wanted. I stayed there for 2 years, and then I decided to give a month's notice and left there because I decided it wasn't for me. It felt very, now I don't want to, I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying, like, it felt a little fake to me, okay? And I'm a very real, like, hardcore, truth, real person, you know, and it took me 2 years, though, to figure out that my employment, I got paid well, sure, but it was at a cost because it was depleting me. I was so exhausted because I wasn't able to be who I really am, right? So it could be a career path that you chose. I have a friend that is in the banking industry, and he thinks that he has to go out and schmooze people, right? Because he does. I mean, he deals with a lot of money, high or, you know, large loans for businesses. So big loans. We're talking a lot of money. And so he does have to do that, but he's like, I don't know. I don't really want to drink all the time. And that's all they want to do is go out and drink. Hey, let's go get a drink. And they all get drunk. And you know, he's like, I don't know. I'm starting to think that that's not really what I want to do. It's exhausting. And so this could be for you, right, Aries? Maybe you're in a career path that you thought was, you know, maybe it brings a lot of money. Maybe it does. That's a lot of money there, right? Maybe it brings a lot of money for you. But at what cost? Is it eating your soul? I know, that sounds dark and sinister, but seriously, is it eating your soul? I mean, if you're constantly having to wear a mask and you can't be yourself, and you are constantly doing things that you are, I don't want to say not proud of, but maybe you're not proud of some of the things you have to do. Maybe you are, I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you. Maybe it's a neighborhood. You thought this neighborhood was going to be your retirement neighborhood, right? Like you're going to set up shop and retire there. But maybe the people around you are really rude and snobby and you know, it just doesn't feel good to you. I don't know. It's going to be different for you all. So you are being asked to follow spirit blindly, yes, to a new beginning, because you are having an awakening for whatever this is for you. It is time. There is completion here, okay? The last piece of the puzzle is getting put into place. And I do feel like it is some sort of place that you have been in. And here, oh my gosh, here it is. Work. Beaver, work. It's probably your job. It's probably your job, Aries. Maybe you sacrificed your family or your friends, or maybe you sacrificed the love of your life so that you can continue in this job because it feels comfortable for you, because you've been doing it for so long, or it brings in a lot of money. But here you are, all by yourself. You're alone. You don't have the love of your life with you, right? It is about you asking yourself, what do I value? What is important to me? I think when you ask yourself that question and you write it down, I think you'll find answers there that will help you put the pieces, the last puzzle piece together, Aries. It's like doing an inventory, a self-inventory. You know, when you go in this direction of spirit and you take a leap of faith to follow spirit's guidance, you'll end up making more money there than you ever could in the place where you're pretending to be someone you're not. And that's the truth. You got some thinking to do, Aries. You got to clean up some sort of mess. You've got to love yourself. Here's self-love. What is it that you love, spirit? What is it that you find value in? Is it a nice house? Is it money? Is it family? Is it partnership with the one you love and adore, and that loves and adores you? Is it the area you live in because you know a lot of people? Do you value that, or do you value any of these other things? I mean, what is it? Be honest with yourself, Aries. I think you've been resisting some sort of change. You've been resisting some sort of change. Change of location. This hand is holding land, right? I think you've been resisting some sort of location change. Don't worry, though. You are protected. Don't worry. Find solace in the fact that Spirit is carrying you now. If you resist it, though, there's going to be lots of towers and lots of drama and trauma, okay? So stop it. Just stop resisting. I know you like to be in control, Aries, but this is not a time for you to be in control. It's about you releasing control and allowing Spirit to guide you. Spirit to guide you right through that door, right? Going blindly. And like it said, under the surface, right? Depths. Get into some deep questions with yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Write it down. I love journaling. I write things down all the time. Find out more about what you value. What do you truly value? Do a deep dive. It is time sensitive. Strike now. It is time sensitive. I don't think if there's a person that you put on a back burner, I don't think they're going to wait around much longer. That is time sensitive. If it is a job opportunity, someone is offering you a job and it's across the country, that's time sensitive. I think you're ending some sort of community that you're in. I think when you do this, you are going to influence a lot of people with spotlight. It's going to put a spotlight on many people, and I say that because in a completely different deck, here they are, two different decks. These two popped out, and it says passionate. Follow your heart to find your true path. Because where you're at right now, this person, place, or thing, this situation that you're in, is not your path anymore. It was fake. It was someone else's dream. It was someone else's vision that they pushed onto you. It's not your vision for you, is it? Long-term legacy, commit. This is about committing to yourself, committing to loving yourself. What do you love, Aries? And then this one says, lead the pack. Use your leadership skills to create your empire. Boss, owner, top dog. Just like it says in this deck, right? Spotlight. It says influencer, entertainer, star power, lucky break. There is something that is coming in. That is very serendipitous. It is time sensitive. So it's like grab a hold of it and let it take you wherever it's supposed to go. That is the advice. That is very good advice. Follow your heart, Aries. Follow your heart to find your true path. What is your heart telling you? Go in that direction. I don't know if I need to do any tarot. I think that this message is very clear. Let's see. I want to see, what is this? Yeah, resistance. You're resisting. And that's the truth. Oh, Aries. Are you doing it because it wasn't your idea? Are you resisting because it's like you're being pushed into this awakening? It's not like by choice. Yeah, there's an ending here. You have two cards of completion. One here, and it says completion right above, right there. And this is the completion card. This is the end of this journey. Whatever this situation is for you, it's over. The resistance, it's like you're resisting ending this situation. Why are you resisting it so much? It's not who you are. You've been wearing a mask. Why do you want to pretend to be someone you're not? Oh, Aries, there you are at the bottom. I think that you think that whatever this, if you end this situation, I think that you think the new situation isn't going to be as lucrative, as much money, right? Or it won't be as fun, or it won't be, it's like there's something about maybe being boring. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that is a lie you're telling yourself. How are you going to even know if you never give it a chance? Boy, Spirit does not want, it doesn't have much else to say. It's over. Like the resistance is coming to an end. Spirit is like, nope, we're done with this. It's time to go in this new direction. Yep. Yep, it's time to go in this new direction. Off you go. Spirit has you going in a new direction. Yeah. I think you're going to start getting excited about it. I think there is something that is some unique situation that's going to pop up for you, like with that serendipity card. There's some unique situation that is going to come in your direction, maybe a new job offer, or you hear about some sort of job, or maybe a great deal on a house or a property or something, and it's, 6 states away, or, a country away or something. It's across the country. And it's like you're grabbing a hold of it and you're going in that direction. It's like you're finally, I think Spirit is going to bring something in that is kind of surprising, something you can't really pass up, right? It's like, how could you not grab a hold of that 4-leaf clover if it comes swooping by you, whew, and it's huge, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you just grab it because you're like, I wonder if it can take me anywhere. I think it's going to be something like that. There's going to be some sort of serendipitous situation that comes into your reality, into your existence, and it's time sensitive. You've got to grab it now. It's like, otherwise it's going to be gone. You've got to just take the plunge, right? Take the plunge. I think that you, because of this, because you're ending this situation, the situation you've been, wearing a mask in, whatever that is for you. You'll know your story, person, place, or thing. Whatever that situation is coming to an end. And I think when you go in this new direction, there's some sort of, I think you become either famous, like it says here. It says famous. What does it say? Spotlight, rich and famous, because you take this direction. I think you don't even realize that the wealth that you thought you had is going to be small potatoes to the wealth that you're about to go into, because you're choosing the path of Spirit. You're choosing to allow this fake facade life or existence or whatever this is for you. You're allowing that to come to an end, and you're going in the direction of your heart space. There's going to be some money there. There's going to be some notoriety, right? You're going to be noticed by people. Lucky break, that's that serendipity card. Star power, influencer, entertainer. You're going to influence many people because you are like, hey, I see what my heart wants, right? And maybe these other people that you've been hanging around with or working with or whatever, they're going to be like, well, if that person can do it, I can do it. Why am I here? This isn't me either, You are going to influence many other people to do whatever their heart is telling them to do. This is going to be like earth-changing, because you are the leader, Aries. You're the first breath. You're the first breath. You have to take action. The rest will follow. You're the Emperor card in the tarot. People listen to you. They follow you, whether you know it or not. And you know it. You know that people are following your lead. Maybe it's silently, but you know they are. It's time for you to be the leader you are and stop wearing a mask. You need to help people follow their true heart. This is how it even says it here, lead the pack. Lead the pack. You are a leader, Aries. You're strong. People listen to you. They've always listened to you, haven't they? Use your leadership skills to create your empire. Boss, owner, top dog. You are the top dog. I think you haven't been quite feeling like it because you're in the wrong situation. So the moon came out. It's like there is a deep knowing. I think there's also fear of the unknown. into the unknown, fear of the unknown. This is Piscean energy. This is Cancer energy, right? So it's like you haven't been seeing things clearly. The situation you're in, how can you see out of a mask hole very well anyways? I mean, you can't see all the details, right? There's something unclear about your situation that you're trying to get a new perspective about. And it might happen with this full moon in Virgo. I think I'm going to do a Virgo full moon reading for everybody this week. I'm going to try to. I've had a really strange week so far, so I don't know. The Fool. This is about your new beginning, right? Taking a chance. Going into the unknown blindly, going in a new direction because where you've been isn't working for you, because it's not you. It's not for you. It isn't who you are. You're following your heart, Aries. And you're going to walk through that door. Spirit's bringing you right through that door. Right where you belong. That is where you belong. The door of spirit. The door to spirit. Yeah. It's like you have to end a situation with many people. Like the people you're around are keeping you too small, Aries. They're not for you. They're not for you because they're all wearing masks too. How can you trust that? There's no trust there. They're not your friends because they don't even know who they are. And if they do, they're wearing masks. Whoever these people are, they're all wearing masks just like you. And that's why you have to sacrifice this community, because it's not for you. It's not for you, Aries. You might be going west. I don't know. West of wherever you're at. Maybe you're going east, north, I don't know. Wherever you're going, you need to get out of this situation. You just need to get out of this situation. These people that you have been around, co-workers, friends, family, whoever this is, I think it's co-workers and friends, or what you thought were friends. They're not for you. That's betrayals, right? Fear, anxiety come before the Ten of Swords. All this worry and all this stuff, because no one is being who they really are. No one is honoring themselves, right? Honor yourself. Love yourself. This situation that you're in has to go. Has to go. That's the end of that. Yep, at the bottom. Yep, you gotta go. It's time to go. Any advice for Aries at this time? I think this was very clear. I don't think I need to probably get any more messages, but I think you are getting some sort of lucky break. Yeah, take a deeper look at your situation. I think it's going to happen with this Virgo full moon. I think you're being called. Some aspect of you is being called to take action, to make a decision. It's going to be a big decision. It's not a small one. It's going to be life-changing. And that's exactly what you're being called to do. Make a decision that is life-changing, because the life you've created for yourself up until this point has not been your true self, right? You've been wearing a mask. It's time to ask the hard questions, write down what it is that you hold value in. What do you value? Do you value truthful, honest friends? Do you value family? Do you value a job that pays well, no matter the cost? Like, it might suck your soul from you, but you'd rather be there because of the money. I mean, what do you value? I don't think it's money. I think you're really doing a tough inventory, and that's what you're supposed to be doing at this time. You've been resisting this, and now it is time. Spirit wants you to make a big life-changing decision. All right. I hope that this resonates with someone or many people. You know how I do it. I'm just honest as can be. So I hope that this helped somebody. It's time to change your surroundings, where you've been at, because it's not for you, okay? Trust that this is the direction that you are supposed to go. I think you're going to be getting some sort of message here, because there is like a little dove here, a messenger of spirit, of God, whatever you want to say. There is going to be some sort of lucky break, right? Lucky break. There's going to be some sort of lucky break, something lucky and very serendipitous. It's going to be something really obscure that isn't like your everyday normal thing. It's going to be something that stands out, and that's your lucky break. And it would be wise of you to just grab a hold of it and let it take you wherever it wants to take you, okay? All right, I love you guys. Mwah. Have a great day.